Hi, my name is Alan Brawn. I am the principal of Brawn Consulting. We do educational courses for the digital signage industry. Well, I think the major challenges that the industry has in order to maintain growth fundamentally rest in two areas. The first area is the area of making people knowledgeable about what digital signage can actually do in terms of real results and real benefits for them. I'm in the process of writing an article for Digital Signage Magazine right now, and we're talking about digital signage, and the little adjunct or offshoot areas. For example, in education, digital signage is people typically think about it in terms of advertising and retail media. Truth of the matter is it's much broader in scale and scope. So for example, in education, what if I use it as an educational tool? What if I use it to manage my classroom? Is it true digital signage, or is it an expanded role of digital signage? So to the first order, the issue with digital signage is, do we really, as end users, as a general population, understand what digital signage is? Second most important part is making certain that all of the digital signage people who represent digital signage as an industry are properly educated, so they really know the 7 key elements and this sort of thing. And that's why the Digital Signage Expo has adopted the Digital Signage Certification Program, so that the industry in general can have a foundation of learning. Those are really the two issues standing in front of us to make sure that we continue our growth. Well, you know, it's interesting, in vertical markets, most people, as I've said many times throughout the show, most people connote digital signage with the retail vertical market. But as the iSupply people say, there's this whole other area called indoor venue. And the whole indoor venue scenario has to do with corporations, has to do with education, has to do with healthcare, has to do with finance, has to do with security. So actually the retail vertical is actually going to be substantial, significant. It's kind of what drove us into the passion and the drive of our digital signage market. But the truth of the matter is, you're going to take a look at digital signage explode in 3 areas. One is going to be corporations, not just for the receptionist desk, but use inside a corporation, whether it's manufacturing, whether it's the finance department, whether it's human resources, etc. You're going to see it in healthcare. We're going to see it in doctors' offices, in healthcare institutions, in dental offices, chiropractor offices, etc. And then the third channel is going to be, of course, education, where it is not just going to be a typical digital sign. It's going to be used to literally drive educational content, distribution, and management within a classroom. So I think you're going to see these indoor venue verticals for digital signage really be the explosive areas that we're going to look at. Well, interestingly enough, most people go straight to the displays, and I've got 27 years in the display business, and so anybody taking a look at at my comments will obviously say Alan's going to say displays. I'm not going to say displays. What I'm going to say is it's all about software, it's all about interactivity, and it's all about GUI, the graphical user interface. What we're going to do is we're already, we see it in our children, we see it in our young folks today, and even some kind of advanced techno geeks that really love technologies. We're seeing interactivity. Look at your iPhone. We're seeing wayfinding at different places. We're seeing restaurants with interactive menus. So this whole idea of interactivity, we're going to have to make the user interface very attractive. Again, think about iPhones, think about the iPad, think about things like the new HP touchscreens that are coming out. So it's going to be that connectivity from the display to the individual viewer that's going to drive the industry. On the backbone of all of that, of course, is software. Whether it's companies like the major people that are at this show, such as Omnivex and Scala and Broadsign and MediaTile and some of the real giants of the software industry, they're going to take their software and make it very convenient and user-friendly. So I think those are the driving factors that you're going to see. Now, of course, obviously displays are the portal to it all, but displays are not going to be the be-all and end-all. It's going to be that communication to make you as a viewer feel comfortable in the process. We did several events. As I mentioned, we are in charge of the Digital Signage Experts Group, and we rolled out last year, within the framework of the Expo, the Digital Signage Certified Experts Program, a completely impartial and agnostic program that gives you the fundamentals of literally what the digital signage industry is all about. So a reseller, somebody who is wanting to get involved in the digital signage industry, can spend a day of their time. We also offer an online version. A day of their time they can spend in and literally get immersed in content, hardware, software, how to select the right partners, how to sell value, what the whole value proposition of digital signage is. So we introduced that last year, continuing this year. About 2,000 people have taken that course. We also introduced the Digital Signage Display Experts program, which teach people how to calibrate display technologies. Last but not least, we just got completed the Digital Signage Advanced Display Technologies course, which is a fundamental overview of current technologies and what display technologies are on the horizon. It's been a wonderful opportunity, literally standing room only, full house of people very interested in learning about the technologies, the software, the backbone of digital signage, and it's just been a wonderful venue to be a part of. Well, this year's show, it's very interesting. This year's show, I was having a conversation with some people last evening. This year's show's got a vibe. It's got a personality. It's like going into a neighborhood in one of the boroughs of New York that has a personality. It's like going into Little Italy. It's like going on the hill in St. Louis. It's got a personality. It's not so big and it's not so intimidating that somebody is afraid to approach a booth. It is a place where people can actually go and talk to vendors, talk to possible resellers, have a real human, and I might add humane, conversation with people so that they can literally gain something from the show. And so I would have to say the show has a vibe. It's cool. It's educational. It's very, very, very attendee friendly. When you walk out the door, I guarantee you, you'll walk out with some assets that you didn't have when you walked in. Digital signage, join the revolution.